Peace, reflections, and divine greetings to the chosen ones. Let me get my book out. Still just giving out some cheat codes, you feel me? But it's gonna get deep, you feel me? Yeah, cause I was getting them downloads, you feel me? Back to back to back. I couldn't even write them all down. It's like, bruh. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, okay, got it. Flash. Okay. So, let's go back page. Okay. Never mind. Yeah, so we got a plan for what. Oh shit. Yeah. Go back a page. Okay. Never mind. So, yeah, we got a plan for what we need to do, or what we need to learn. We have to plan for what we need to learn for each phase of our life, right? So, as a kid, right? Until you're 12, like, becoming a teenager, you might want to try to master your body, right? And then, like on all levels, right? Like your agility, acrobacy, strength, endurance, your energy just has to be up, right? So then that you can use it, Then when you're a teenager, right? Or when you're becoming or going into that phase of becoming a teenager, so like probably from 9 to 13, right? That's when you want to start learning the sciences, right? Start mastering your mind. Well, yeah, you might want to master your emotions, actually. Oh, wow. So, like how the chakra system works, right? You want to start with your physical, and then moving on to your emotional, and throughout your teenage years, going into your adult years, you want to master your mental abilities, right? Or yeah, your mental abilities, because actually you might want to learn your spirituality first, because those are also sciences that can help you master your mental. And then yeah, so then when you're an adult, you can just focus on mastering yourself, like, because you won't know how to master yourself until you've learned what to master and all that. So that's what you'll be trying to learn and figuring out until you reach the age where it's time for you to start mastering yourself. And then you also will want to learn okay, it's like now we're moving on to the next thing. So you're also going to want to learn anti-death spells, love spells, submission spells, attachment, ignorance spells, and insanity spells. The way that I learned how to do this, right, was I would cast these spells on myself in different situations. And then because, I've already accepted that I had told myself, right, to do these things, it's easier for me to stop doing these things. Like when I get into a relationship, because I don't want to play games and go through all these trials and shit, I would give all my love, right, my genuine authentic love and shit. And then of course I would get taken advantage of. So then, like, by the time I see I'm being taken advantage of, I would either try to fix that problem, right, by encouraging them to grow out of that energy. But if I can't, then I'll just cut my feelings off type shit. I just, you know what, you're doing too much, I don't got time for it type shit. And then like with submission spells and shit too, like I guess that would go for my dad, right? Whoever I see has power over me, I would give them that power. And then once I don't like how they're abusing that power, I would just ignore them and stop giving them that power, because that power came with respect. So like as soon as you lose my respect, you lose that power of submission over me type shit. So you'll want to get into stuff like that. Also, insanity spells. Yeah, I used to make myself go crazy because of doubts and all these other gaslighting stuff that people were telling me about, right? That I was, crazy and shit. Hold on, let me take a hit. I gotta light this blunt. Fuck! There's a bowl full of water right behind me and I stepped in it. What the fuck? But, yeah, so insanity spells, right? If you ever feel like you're going crazy, just, accept the fact that you have accepted that, identity of being crazy, right? So then you can tell yourself, right, that you're not crazy because you did whatever craziness on purpose, right? So it's like a contradiction. Like basically, you're not crazy because you were in not the right mind, right? Or sometimes you are in the right mind and people just misjudge you, right? But yeah. I'm gonna move on. I don't know how to more deeply explain that one, Oh my gosh. Goddess Celine looks so beautiful. It's a full moon tonight. She's shining bright and everything. Yeah, moving on. One kind of brain, right? What? One kind of brain rot. Oh, right. So one kind of brain rot can make you crave a different kind of brain rot, right? So like, let's say a stupid ad pops up, right? Because this is how I got this download. I was listening to music, right? Because, gotta get in the vibe to get these downloads and shit. And then an ad popped up. And it was such a stupid ad. I forgot what it was. I don't even want to remember what it was. But it was such a stupid ad that it made me want to go watch, like, I'm not saying Markiplier videos and like the gaming, just the normal, quote unquote normal YouTube shit, right? I'm not saying like all that is brain rot, but I only identify it as brain rot because it's not really educating me. It's just taking my time, and that's not always a bad thing, right? There's balance. Yeah, you gotta have balance. But still, like, nowadays, I just be obsessed with wanting to learn and, get the fuck out this matrix so I can stop suffering. Or so that I won't have to risk suffering, But then, yeah, it's just like when I come across some brain rot, it makes me crave either more of the brain rot or a different kind of brain rot. And that's just because there's been spells put over us so that when we do come across this brain rot, it'll just play on our instincts and our like instinctual energy right? Our reactive energy to want to do those things type shit. So be careful. Not all of your wants and desires, right? Like going through all the chakra systems, right? Not all of your instincts or reactions, right, are your own. Not all of your desires are your own. Not all of your, what was for the solar plexus chakra, right? You know, shit like that. Because they be playing with their fucking energy. So the next thing I wrote, right, was we got to research about the technology of our brain, because it works like a computer. We don't know enough about our brain or the rest of our brain, right, the rest of our organs, to understand our mind, right? Because like I said, energy reflects, you know, through almost all of the dimensions and shit. So my guess is if you can understand it on the material realm, you should be able to find the symbolism, right? And all the, you know, other things that should be able to lead you to the understanding of how it operates and works and exists in the higher realms. Yo. I'm not on the umis, right? But this gas is helping me tap in. Because the way I just stepped forward to read, right? That wasn't me. But yeah, don't let yourself ignore I feel like I read this in the last video. Yeah, I definitely did. But I received more downloads, and I didn't even post that video yet, so I'm gonna just go ahead and, you know, do my thing. Woo! Okay, I'm ready. So, don't let yourself be ignorant to accept some kind of a change, right? Because this is what blocks us from learning. Because we get offended by certain things and situations, right? Even for alone, and we just see how stupid we can be sometimes. We choose to ignore that, so that we don't learn from whatever situation, and then we just validate ourselves and feel good and continue to go through life and shit. No, we gotta stop that. Yeah, and then watch your energy, right? Watch what your energy subscribes to. Like what kind of thoughts your energy would subscribe to, because then that will solidify the belief and then manifest certain kinds of bullshit in your life, right? So you're gonna also want to subscribe your energy to certain things, right, to help you grow. Subscribing your energy meaning like accepting it or wanting it, or like you wanting to subscribe to my channel. Not only did you subscribe to my channel, you subscribe to my energy. You know, you got to think deeper of the actions you take, right? Because you know, that's action, right? That's in your solar plexus chakra, right? So that plays a part in what manifests your reality, and how it also plays a part in how your energy will grow and adapt. Yeah, because growth, it can be negative or positive. You can grow and adapt into certain habits, right? That won't be good for you. Yes. uh, like me smoking weed. Yeah. So yeah, say watch what your solar plex and your heart chakra and your third eye subscribes to, and your well, all of your chakras. But yeah, I find these ones most important, right? Because your solar plex chakra is the top of the lower chakras, so it's the head of the ego. But the why I said the root chakra is because, or I probably said all the chakras, but I was gonna say the root chakra because it's the base of your ego, the like the stand, the thing that's holding it, right? I don't want to say structure because I feel like they all structured it in different ways, but moving on. So yeah, that's like your lower ego, the lower self, and then your heart chakra is the mid one, the balanced one, and then your third eye is in between your higher chakras. So it's like the balanced higher chakra one, right? But yeah, if you watch what those ones subscribe to, also because of how they work with your being, your gut feeling, your heart connections, and your third eye, your mental abilities, right? And your ego and how it builds your reality and all that. So yeah, you're gonna want to watch how those energies subscribe to certain things in your reality, because certain things can trap you and certain things can free you. Also, voodoo doll, right? So, man, when I was getting these fucking downloads, because I was so tapped in, like there was so much going on. And then there was someone, well, not someone, it was my ex. She was fucking with me. First of all, she made me feel like there was an ant on my ear, or like something on my ear, right? On my earlobe. Because she used to give me wet willies all the time. So then I went to go like smack the ant, but like as soon as I was about to go smack it, it went like into my ear, right? The canal, just not all the way inside, but it was just like on the cave. So then I had to hurry up and go get it. But then like she made me give myself like a wet willy. Well, she tried, because yeah, I think I was eating something. My hands were probably wet. I did take my time to dry my hands off and shit. But like, bro, that shit is crazy. That shit is like, why? Oh my god, why I gotta go through that shit? That shit is stupid. But yeah, fucking voodoo dolls. She probably did it with the voodoo doll. I'm just saying, like, y'all be careful with what y'all do, who you come in contact with, what you leave with people, what you take from people, especially your fucking ether. Man. Y'all know I be shattered like a motherfucker. But yeah, it's getting real out here. I told you I was gonna get deep. I'm snitching. When I wrote this shit down, I was like, yeah, I'm snitching. She's playing too much. And then she kept tickling my leg and fucking with me. She was Capricorns are freaks, so I don't give a fuck. But and especially if I love you. But she was one of them where she likes you to spit in her mouth and shit and lick her toes. So yeah, as long as you're clean type shit, I don't care. Like, I love you. I want to satisfy you, excite you type shit, all the whole nine. I told y'all, like, I put myself under love. She thought she put me under a love spell. I ended up putting her under a love spell on accident. That's why she's still on my ass, Like, my fault, but yeah, I do too much. Whatever. But yeah, she was also fucking with my feet, And that's why I know it was her, because she was just doing shit that we experienced together. And like, wow, that shit was fucking with me, and I just had to ignore it, you know. Man. And then the way my eyes were open, bro, like the way I was just seeing shit, it was like I felt like my Sharingan were glowing. That's what it felt like. It felt like I had Sharingan that were glowing. And then when I went to go piss, I looked at my face. First of all, I was seeing my face the whole time. But when I looked at myself in the mirror, it was just confirming what I was seeing. It looked so beautiful and freaky and cool at the same time. It looked beautiful, freaky, and cool at the same time, bro. Because, like, I was smiling like as if I was in a TV show, right? Or, you know, like, let's just say the plot is Gotham, right? And I was one of Joker's henchmen, but his henchmen be on that laughy gas shit to help power them and shit. So then they be smiling, looking all crazy like freaks and, you know, type shit, you know? It was just because I was so at peace and happy and, you know, receiving, like, my mind was just so tapped, and I was just like, that's where my eyes were poked. Wasn't sticking on my skull, you know, I wasn't that crazy, but my hair was kind of looking, you know, insane. It was just sticking up. Like, I looked like, you know, I also transformed. Also, yeah, I be transforming, bro. I don't know what this is, bro. We're tapping into our fucking abilities. I can morph my face. I can morph my physique. I can morph a lot of things. Pretty soon, I'm going to be able to spit this piece of metal out of my arm type shit. Like, bruh, I be looking so different and crazy and different each time I'm on shrooms. Like, it just depends on how I feel in the moment. Not even each time I'm on shrooms. It just depends on how I feel in the moment. I'll shift. I don't know if other people see it. Like, my complexion, I get brighter or darker sometimes. I get really bright or like dark sometimes. Like, only if I'm going the sun is when only when I can get dark, you know. Like, no matter if it's dark outside after that type shit, you know. But yeah, I don't know. I really want to break down how that works. I just got to figure it out a little more, because, yo, that's such an ability. Oh, yeah, I'm snitching, bro. Them fucking voodoo dolls. I don't know what she was doing. Man, I'm gonna get off her ass, whatever. Yeah, don't have to attach to insecurities to be, humble. That looks like numble. Yeah, that nigga can't write for shit. Oh, actually, I think I wrote this part. But no, he can't write for shit. But yeah, I definitely wrote this part. You don't need to attach to insecurities, right, to humble yourself. Because we try to stick to limiting beliefs to be moral and stick to our morals and shit. And, like, we got to get out of that as well. Like, enough said. I don't know how deeply I got to explain that, you know. Yeah, and I might still post that other video, because I don't think I explained that part in the other video. But I definitely did just overlap, so my bad. I think that's it. Yeah. Cool. So, right, in the other video, I just spoke about all that other stuff too. Okay. That makes sense. Alright, y'all. Nice. It wasn't such a long video. You know, I feel good. I just came out for a little smoke, and I was like, you know what? Why not make a video, you know? Instead of just watching someone else's videos. Because that's another thing. I had to, like, when I was getting these downloads, the way my mind was, you know, on its powerhouse shit type shit. Like it was going, bro. It was, and it wasn't even hurting too. Like I'm getting used to this shit. Pretty soon I'm gonna reach like max, like because we have a power that's like super intelligence. You know, when you tap in to that shit, like even just being able to talk to your ancestors, they can bring answers for you. So like that's just another cheat code for that ability of super intelligence, you know. But yeah, pretty soon I'm going to like max that ability out. I don't know, like you obviously can't because we are infinity, but you know I'm gonna reach it to a point. Oh right, the reason why I also say max the ability out is because like once you reach a certain dimension, depending on who you are and the experiences you have built in your past lives, right? You will be able to just slide on other dimensions. Um, and also depending on how much energy you can master in this realm, right? Another reason why I said we had to master our energies that way through certain phases of our life, right? So we could be able to build it up to do certain things. But yeah, so depending on how much energy you have, you can go to, you know, a certain dimension, right? A certain, yeah. Because you can't reach certain dimensions if if you don't have the energy to vibrate on that frequency. But yeah, right. So sliding on dimensions, right? You can just like how I told you guys, I had to, and not had to, like how I could come back to this body, like whenever I want to, but then like I would just, you know, relax or just dance and groove and just like let my body like loosen up and do its thing so I can get off of it, right? And then go deep into my mind and like piece shit together to find different paths and shit. And then that helps me, and like the dialogues that I find, right, in these paths, it helps me tap into other dimensions. And I'm like, okay, cool. So I can slide through these dimensions and like just come back to my body. And bruh, and then I can also leave parts of my energy in those other dimensions so that I can be in my body and up there at the same time. Like it gets advanced, bro. Like that shit was so fun, bro. I don't know. Someone was dancing for me, or I was dancing, cause like the moves is too slick, bro. Oh my god. And then like it's just cause I could do this thing, right, where if I don't know the song well enough, or I don't know the song at all, even sometimes, right? It's depending on how I catch onto the flow and the rhythm and whatever they're talking about and what kind of words they're using to rhyme, right? It'll help me predict and catch on to certain things they say. So then when they say it, I can confirm it and say it with them. That's another cheat code for how you can slow down time, right? Just predicting synchronicities around you and then confirming it once it lands where it's going. But yeah, it's like when I'm able to do that, it's just like I tap into this crazy flow where I can also move in different ways too, and like summon shit. Like sometimes I can even piece off of whatever we're I'm you know singing about, right, and just freestyle, and then I can start spell casting. I did that shit on I don't know if I told you this. I probably did, but I did that shit on fucking on homecoming night, right? Bruh, tell me why. I didn't even realize this, but I was, because we were listening to this one song, right? And then like, I think it was one of my favorite songs. So I was like, I know it well enough to not even give a fuck about singing the lyrics, right? I'm gonna just do my own thing, you know, because I was already, at that point, I was already in this crazy flow because they were helping me naturally step into that energy, right? Without needing to, you know, smoke or take shrooms and shit. But, yeah, so I was already in this crazy flow, right? Where I was just rapping freestyle with my friends, and then I was talking about how my powers, like first of all, I was just like, you know, just spitting some you know funny shit, right, just to get into the flow. And then I was like like, yeah, I know you like my flow type shit. I was, then I started talking to them through the freestyle. So that's how it works, bro. You gotta talk through the freestyle. You gotta be in that flow and really give your energy and be in tune with it. Cause like, bro, even my dance moves, bro, I was, bro. Okay, let me just, cause okay, and then I think I exposed that I was channeling through my higher self. And then because so exposing things too, right? To bring those and introduce those energies into this reality. So then I was exposing certain things, right? And then I was talking about how like I'm magical, and even later on I'll show you and probably gain riches or some shit, because like that's what people be talking about, getting money and this and that and shit. And then oh right, and because I was also talking about the after party we were gonna go to, and then right after I was talking about the after party, I was like, we should bring our friends or some shit. But then I said, I said it so specifically, let me summon a friend. And then like my friend Andre, who I was rapping to, right, his friend pulled around the corner and came in, not pulled around the corner because we were in a crowd, but like he came around, and then walked into our spot. And then Andre lost his shit, bro. I shit you not, but my friend Andre had a whole shroom trip that night because of me, bro. But man, yeah, his friend pulled around the corner. He was like, "Oh my god!" And then I was shocked myself. I was like, we all just celebrated. We were like, "Oh, type shit." His friend was confused and shit, but he was confused, but because like he thought we were celebrating, because he knew we were celebrating him coming around. And then but he just didn't know why. Cause like, bro, I just summoned you, nigga. And then after that I had to dip off and go do some other shit, cause like, bro, what the fuck, I'm too much. I was doing a lot of crazy shit that night. I would love to share a lot of my experiences, and please, guys, I would love to hear a lot of your experiences too. Like tap into your magic, just like the alignment part of it too. How do certain things like that, or just the other practical stuff. How you learn how to move the waves of a river or a pond, or like brush wind through the leaves of a tree and bend fire and smoke and cut off the lights and push things with your mind and shit like that. Like, I would love to hear about it. I would love to see it. Like, whatever you guys will want to work on, you should document it and share your experience of how you're learning and shit, so then other people can help you, and then you can also help other people, because we are creative as fuck. So we will create other ways to activate these powers or create other powers too, right? Like I wrote a little book of certain abilities I was tapping into, and I might share some of those abilities, some of those equations, I called them, because it was really just me trying to activate my mind. I didn't know this. Like, my higher self has been, like opening and closing certain doors for me. So like I will lose certain interest to want to tap into certain powers. So then I can gain the interest to want to tap into other, things that'll help me get to the next stage and shit. But yeah, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Cool. When I looked at the timer, it was 34:12. That's 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. You hear it? Did you hear it? 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. I don't know why it was, because like these angel numbers, they be set up in certain ways for you to decode them in certain ways. So I don't know. It was 1, 2, 3, 4, confirming that I should get off the video, but it was confirming it in such a way. I don't know. Yeah, that's all I really had to say. So, y'all, you have a good one. Love you. Peace.